Let me ask you this: if somebody has filed a bankruptcy before, and let me let's just go back for a second. We talked about Chapter 11. We talked about Chapter 13. There's Chapter 7. Explain to the folks at home what a Chapter 7 is.
Chapter 7 is a fresh start. It's a liquidation case, but really nothing gets liquidated in 99% of the cases. The individual or couple gets to keep whatever property they have because it's within the exemption amount. The state of Illinois allows you to keep a certain amount of property free and clear from creditors, and that's for bankruptcy and non-bankruptcy as well. And then those people get a fresh start. So they keep whatever they have because it's exempt,
Right.
and they eliminate the majority of their debt, except for, there are a couple exceptions, student loans, recent taxes, parking tickets, child support, maintenance payments, personal injury caused by DUI, and fraudulent debts. Those stick around. But the overwhelming majority of debts, credit cards, medical bills, personal loans,
You say workers' comp,
those go away.
workers' comp awards?
Workers' comp is protected.
Okay.
Personal injury, where you hit somebody based on a DUI accident, that's non-dischargeable. It's a punishment.
Okay, so we can't discharge those kind of things.
Right.
What
Or an
ab-
intentional tort. If you get into a bar fight
Right.
and you hurt somebody, you can't just run into bankruptcy court and get out of that debt because it was an intentional tort or
Okay.
a crime.
Right, or a crime like that. So as long as something wasn't intended. What about, these tollway violations? How about that?
Tollway violations are technically a non-dischargeable debt because they're a fine or an amount owed to a governmental entity. However, under Chapter 13, which is the reorganization, they can be paid back less than in full, much like a parking ticket.
So are they treated as an unsecured creditor?
Yes, they're treated as an unsecured creditor. I'm glad you mentioned tollway because it's very similar to parking tickets. If someone has $10,000 worth of parking ticket debt with the city of Chicago and their license is suspended, if they file a Chapter 13, we can undo the suspension and typically pay less than in full. So a $10,000 debt might wind up paying back $1,000 or so.
That you can't do with the Chapter 7.
Cannot do it with the Chapter 7, and in a Chapter 13, whatever they don't get paid back is written off with no tax consequence. So the $10,000 debt, if you complete your case, can be paid off at less than $10,000, and the rest is wiped out.
And that's true with the tollway violations as well.
Correct.